It's time for a special episode of Happy Landings with your host, Jay Nowak.
Alright, thank you so much. And now, what I got here on Happy Landings is that, simply put, I've got one more thing that I would like to clarify on in terms of the KFNOU, or Kaiju Force Neo official universe. Because what people are probably going to question me about at this point is that, well, for starters, I'm just not entirely positive about it, but many people are going to wonder, how on earth am I going to put together an entire universe worth of television shows, feature films, and the like, when I'm the only one who usually does all the work? Now, to that, I probably should answer right away, even though Why Is That 2.0 is actually on its way soon. But what I will say, for your sake, is that the KFNOU was mostly an independent-made project of my own that I've had for the last 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. The first iteration of KFNOU was simply known as Infamous FX, which I simply put together with a really large presentation. Originally, I stuck to quite a few large designs and the like that I would probably put a building together, and eventually I started scouring around in my area of Menomonee Falls to try and find any spots to where, if I stuck around here for some time, then well, I could simply buy some land and build myself a business. That's something that I could probably do, but seeing as there isn't a lot that I probably would have to work with at the moment because of, well, some budget cuts and the like, I guess it's probably going to be a very delayed problem here at this point. But at the time, I feel like that by now, what I can already say about the KFNOU is that maybe someday I probably will have a chance to pull it off, but it's just not coming to yet. So maybe now would be a good time to simply discuss a few things about the KFNOU inside of what it knows on the outside. What it is on the outside is just that. It's simply put a whole universe that tries to take on a few things similar in ways to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And as a matter of fact, the Marvel Cinematic Universe was a pretty big inspiration for other companies to try and take on similar challenges into bringing movies together and casting together to be able to make giant crossovers like the Avengers. And of course, DC in the DCEU was pretty much one of the ways to go. Except, most of the time it didn't really do so well, or was a little too average. But eventually, it got a whole lot better, with films like Aquaman, Shazam, Joker, Birds of Prey, and the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984. We probably are going to expect a lot of good material from them, considering how they've really gotten back up on their feet by now. They've really pulled through all the crap that they've pulled off. So, of course by now we can consider that the DCEU has gotten a lot better over the years, even though the Marvel Cinematic Universe has already pulled off some pretty awesome feats. And never had they once done anything that would have flopped badly. But anyways, going back to the KFNOU, I could certainly expect, by far, that maybe it might have a chance of succession. Because after all, seeing as how I've released Nerf Secret Reveal Bolts of Intrigue Part 1 Re-Release Edition some time ago in May, I could say for sure that because it's gotten some attention and some people have actually commented on it, I mean, I'm actually courageous and confident enough to get to that point. I really feel like that I can pull it off. I just know that somehow I can probably do it. But it all goes down to how am I going to pull it off, or how am I going to be able to, well, just get it all done and over with. Well, I guess it'll be a bit more complex than usual, but to put together a two-part feature film related project and then eventually combine them both, it probably would take a lot of time, a lot of, well, trial and error, And of course, that's what I'm trying to do here. So this way, in the future, I'll be able to do a whole lot better. So, that's pretty much all I got here to talk about based on that point of view of mine that I got here on the KFNOU. But anyways, tune in next time to some more happy landings, and I will see you guys again. Take care.